building kids up and supporting them through the lessons that the game provided, on and off the field. And his entire goal was to prepare them for this time in their lives. He couldn't wait to see them, his boys, as he affectionately called them, play under the Friday night lights. Sadly, he did not make it to see that happen, but his lessons live on in each and every one of those he touched, and he would be so proud to see them now. To honor Ian this season, the entire Newberg football program, high school down to youth, will be wearing a sticker on their helmets with the initials IH. In the football community, we speak often about how football is family. Ian fostered this motto and represented it in every single way, and his family will always be part of the Newberg football family. This sticker acts as a small reminder every time the kids put their helmet on what that motto means. Take care of each other, lift each other up, even when it's hard. Keep working, keep going, play hard, but help each other along the way with heads held high. Rachel provided some words of support to the team last night, including something that Ian would likely say to pump the boys up before a game. Always stay one step ahead of your opponent, not only on the field, but off. And always remember that character and integrity are what sets you apart. Now go get that dub. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Newberg High School and Lauren Douglas Field, site of tonight's contest between the visiting Lincoln Cardinals and your Newberg Tigers. Newberg High School reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is shown to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show through during this game. The OSAA and Newberg High School expect all spectators to let these student athletes perform and compete in an environment of safety, tolerance, acceptance, and respect. The OSAA calls this being a star. That means not threatening or ridiculing anyone in attendance based on their race, gender, age, color, national origin, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. Failure to and possible penalties assessed against your school. Any spectator removed from this event may be banned from attending future interscholastic events. Speak out if you see inappropriate behavior by immediately notifying event management staff. We invite everyone to be positive and cheer loud and proud for those who came to support so that together we can provide a safe and respectful environment for all. Now, let's meet the visiting Cardinals. Number 1, Seeley Roberts. Number 4, Thomas Pompey. Number 10, Carson Wacker. Number 23, Conrad Kelsey. Number 43, Alexander Lahamede. Number 52, William Bosworth. Number 59, Jackson Lindbergh. Number 62, Ethan Johnson. And number 75, Bram Goldsmith. Lincoln is coached by Matt Caruso. And now, your Newberg Tigers. Starting offense, number 1, Garrett Chappie. Number 5, Ryan Simmons. Number 6, Mason Clay. Number 22, Isaac Heveron. Number 23, Gannon Williams. Number 31, Walker Hilton. Number 40, Patrick Negra. Number 44, Hudson Davis. Number 53, Caden Sedarius. Number 55, Derek Burton. And number 64, Cruz Villalone. Tonight's game is officiated by referee Mike Patton, umpire Aaron Grimes, head lineman Bill Kelms, line judge Sean Fleming, back judge Jeremy Nettrauer. The Tigers are coached by Jeremy Johnson. Now, would you please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag as we play our national anthem as played by the Newberg High School Band.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader, Oregon Sports Beat. Tonight, from the brand new football field, the Logan Douglas Field at Newberg High School, it is 6A football featuring the Lincoln Cardinals. The Cardinals' opponent tonight, the Newberg Tigers. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me, my broadcast partner, Kurt Guelsdorf. And Kurt, last week, a big win for Newberg, 28-27 over Grant. This week, or last week for the Lincoln Cardinal, a 48-0 loss to 5A Bend. This might be a test tonight for the Cardinals where they stack up in the PIL because Newberg has that win over Grant. Grant, traditionally one of the football powerhouses in the PIL.
Yeah, you got two teams coming in, Dave, with totally different results in week one. We had a team in Lincoln that came out and really got the tough end of a beat down by Bend. And then you've got your Newberg Tigers came out with a big win at Grant, afternoon game over there at Grant High School or wherever they played, I'm not sure. But again, a team Lincoln that wants to get that turned around tonight and a team in Newberg that wants to build on their week one momentum.
I said this is a brand new field. It is a beautiful field. The other byline in this game is the Newberg head coach, name that'll be familiar to you Lincoln fans. It's Jeremy Johnson, who was the coach 2 years ago, coached for a number of years there at Lincoln, and I had a chance to talk to him down on the field. A lot of the Lincoln players came up and hugged him and talked to him. So he's excited about tonight's game, and he got off to a great start last week. Newberg will play Aloha next week, while the Cardinals will play they'll play at Wells against McDaniel.
The team's getting in their preseason games, trying to figure out who they are a little bit. And a little bit tougher in high school. You know, you don't have a spring football per se like you do in some parts of the country in high school or at the college level. So, again, for a lot of these guys, this is maybe week 4 in the process, week 5 if they had a team camp. So, still trying to figure things out and get momentum going into their league seasons.
All right, for you that are familiar with Coach Johnson, he runs the same offense and defense here that he ran at Lincoln. On offense, he likes to, he'll be fly-based on that. By that I mean the receivers will run lots of go routes. He calls it an air raid offense, just like the teams in the college division did. On defense, here's what's interesting. He plays a 4-2-5. Does that sound familiar?
It does. If you're Lincoln, you're thinking at least you saw a little bit of that last week with heavy in the defensive backfield and a little bit light in the middle and then 4 defensive linemen.
Bend was able to adjust during that game plan of 4-2-5, and they moved some of those secondary people up on run plays and everything, but it was very effective. Let's see if Lincoln's made some changes with regards to that. Again, thanks for joining us here.
And a windy night here, a little bit hazy, a little bit of smoke blowing in from different fires around the area.
I want to tell you about one of our key sponsors tonight, and that's Wacker Remodel. You know, when you're looking to remodel or upgrade your home, you want to work with a trusted, certified remodeling professional with over 30 years of experience providing efficient, high-quality craftsmanship and all phases of remodeling. Call Scott Wacker at 503-539-9650 for a free consultation.
Kicking for the Tigers, number 28, Ethan Johnson.
And the Tigers are going to kick off.
Number 2, Dylan Iwanaga. And
back deep for the Cardinals, it'll be Dylan Iwanaga and Tommy Pempel.
Wind already affecting the game there, knocking that ball off the tee.
Wow, the wind knocked that off the tee. All right, we're set. Ball's back on the tee. Here we go, and we are underway. The Tigers and the Cardinals. It's a kick, and that's going to go out. So that ball will come out. Newberg Tigers, they are in their uniforms. They are royal blue, gold, and white. They will move from our left to our right. Cardinal in their white road uniforms with the red helmets, red lettering. That ball comes out. When it goes out of bounds, it comes out to the 35, and that's where the Cardinals will start on offense. Receivers wide right. They're in the slot right. 2 running backs right next to Carson Wacker. The snap, the handoff, inside straight up the middle, big gain. Cross midfield, that'll be a first down.
I think that was 45, Dave.
It was 45, and that is Alex Lahamadou.
number 45, Alex Lahamadou.
A little bit of the remnants of last week that I think Lincoln had some great success.
Remember last week they had success up the middle. It was Kusha Mirab Shahi, but this is Lahamadou, and he goes for 11. First down, 1st and 10. Ball just over it's at the 45. It was from the 35 to the 45. Still an 11-yard gain, but at the 45. Just underway here. Coach Johnson on the sideline signaling up to the coordinator with hand signals. Now receivers wide left and right, slot left and right. Lone setback is Lahamadou. Wacker, the quarterback. Motion, that's Tommy Pempel. Handoff in the middle again. Lahamadou, and he gets about 4 more.
Good start for Lincoln there, probing the center of the defense. Again, if you can control that line of scrimmage at any level, high school, college, pro, you can have a good chance to win a ball game.
One of the people who looked really good for Lincoln last week is Moroni Seeley Roberts, and he split wide to the left. Slot left, split left. There's the snap. Again, the handoff is to Lahamadou. He gets about 5. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
40, that was a big run.
Well, actually, it's going to be about
3rd down.
3 short.
3rd and 3 here.
So give him 3 on that. 3rd and 3, the ball in Newberg territory. Sitting at the 47. Now the receivers are split to the right, slot to the right. All running plays. Here's the snap. Wacker wants to throw, looks underneath. Nobody there, going to throw across the middle. And incomplete. Intended out there for number 23, Conrad Kelsey. And it'll bring up 4th down. You think they're going to go for it?
Right Right now, the punt team is not on the field, and it doesn't look like they're coming. So here we go.
Good.
Like it.
I like it
Let's
too.
go. Let's go, Coach Caruso. Get the guys going early. Get them some confidence.
Sealy Roberts wide to the left. Kelsey wide to the right. Pempel in the slot to the left. Wacker checks the signal. Split backs. The snap. The handoff. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Surges forward. I don't believe he got it.
It's going to be a spot here. If the spot's good, they got it. If the spot's bad, it's going the other way. It's going the other way.
Iwanaga on the carry gets 2. He needed 3. So Iwanaga gets 2. They needed 3. The ball will turn over on downs. Newberg will start on offense.
He made the first guy miss, but just couldn't get another yard up the sideline there. From the short side of the field, made it a little bit tough.
All right, the quarterback for the Tigers, number 13, Cole Thomas. He's a sophomore. Played well against Grant last week. Receivers split wide left and right. Split back formation. Motion. And the handoff in the middle. And straight into the middle on a dive play. On the carry.
Hevron carries the ball for 4 yards.
Isaac Hevron on the carry.
Yeah, he looked to be moving pretty well on defense. Looked like he was middle linebacker on the defensive side. That was a nice little first down run for Newberg.
Gets 4, second down and 6. Trip receivers to the right. Throw underneath and dropped. Intended on the outside there. The intended receiver was number 6, Mason Clay. Had it in his hands, dropped it.
It was a nice throw right there. That was right where it was supposed to be. And again, a tough one, first play. Everybody's got a little bit of nerves, but that was a nice throw.
Last week we saw so many balls that were way up in the air, and that was just a line drive throw. Nice throw by Cole Thomas. But it's 3rd down and 6. 8:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Pitch to the tailback on the outside to the left. Turns the corner. He'll have the first down. Needed 6, got 8.
Number 22,
Late flag there, Dave. I don't know if there was a face mask that was grabbed. It was right there, right where the ball carrier was. I don't know if that's a good spot to get a hold or that was more of a personal foul.
Face mask.
Yep, I called it.
So we'll tack on some yardage. The ball spotted at the 44. Now they'll move it forward.
That's a big penalty there, moving it forward.
5 yards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The big one, grabbing on and holding on, is the big one. Now one was just where you make contact. That's that 5-yard penalty. So
yeah, I didn't realize high school had got to that 5-yard versus 15. That's good. That's good for those unintentional ones.
if you grab on and let go, that's a 5-yard penalty. If you grab on and hold on, that's 15. All right, 1st down and 10. Trip receivers to the right. Lone setback motion to the left. Handoff, this time coming around the right end, turns the corner, has some yardage, all the way down to the 23.
Little motion, change of direction, handoff on that fly action, that fly sweep action. Nice run by number 23, Williams.
On the carry, Williams, and he gets 16 and another 1st down. Tigers on the move at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. 8:02 left to go in the first quarter. No score. And a whistle. Did they take too long?
I think they jumped there. It looked like
false start.
75, false start.
It'll back it up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. Sometimes you get on drives and penalties just kill the drive.
And like we say, you get behind the chains, you get off schedule. You know, the pros call it getting on schedule, getting off schedule. And when you're off schedule, changes the playbook, changes what you can do, and it allows the defense to kind of zero in on 2 or 3 things rather than maybe 5 or 6 different things.
Dive play up the middle, 44 with the ball. He'll pick up maybe 7 on that carry. That's Hudson Davis.
Big guy there. List him at 5'10", 205.
Hudson Davis carries it to the 23-yard line, brought down by Henry.
Gets back, pickup of 10, but now he's still 5 yards short. So 2nd and 5. Receivers wide to the right. Now motion to the left. Straight ahead, that dive play again, Davis. Davis inside the 10. He'll have a first down.
It's going to be goal to go now for Newberg.
A gain of 7 for Davis.
Hudson Davis brought down by Pearson.
Another first down for the Tigers. They're on the drive. First and goal at the 9. Davis in the backfield. Here comes that motion to the left. Dive play inside this time. They came back to left or the right halfback on the inside dive to the left. Got a couple.
A little bit of misdirection aspect that you saw last week with the wing T here in the fly offense by Coach Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
They've tried to attack the interior of the Lincoln, maybe setting up the outside run. We'll see what they do here at 2nd and 7.
Setback, that's Hilton, Walker Hilton, the junior. And they give it on the outside, around the left end, and a touchdown. 23 on the carry, Gannon Williams.
That's what we just talked about. They kind of dove action, set that play up, and then that fly handoff. Oregon State used to run that really well with the Rogers brothers.
Right.
Mike Riley took a great deal of advantage.
He loved
of the
the fly sweep. Lots of people copied that Oregon State offense.
Yeah, that was good stuff back in the day. They're setting up in the swinging gate there.
So Williams, that run for the touchdown, the time on that, 5:58.
There was a little confusion there on that one.
Oregon used to do that all the time. It's set up in that formation and then shift.
Yeah, they're reading 1 or 2 things to see if the guy can run it or throw it real quick. And there was some contact over there. That was
right.
That was kind of. I don't know if those guys realized the ball was over there or what was going on.
All right, the conversion attempt coming up. It's number 12 for Newberg. Number 12 is CB Newport. Wait a minute. Let me back up here. I don't know. They're going to pitch it back inside and lost the ball. So they set up, they shifted into the left. There was a back there. The center snapped the ball from the middle of the field and he dropped the ball. So the point after touchdown isn't good.
Now, Dave, I'm pretty sure I did not draw that up in the dirt before we got here.
Right.
But it sure looked like that one was something that me and my buddies did when we were kids.
And you're right. You didn't have signals or anything. You got down in the dirt. You said, "Joe, go out by the cars."
We did. We'd say hit the white car, angle in, don't run into the green car, and don't make Mrs. Johnson mad by putting the ball through the window.
The Sports Car Market Magazine salutes the hardworking Lincoln Cardinals. For 35 years, Sports Car Market Magazine has been the go-to source for information about collecting and driving Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Corvettes, and Porsches. To sign up for the free weekly newsletter, go to sportscarmarket.com. I want to thank all our sponsors. Cardinal will go back on offense. They trail now 6-0, 5:58 left to go in the first quarter.
Again, wind a little bit of a factor.
Right, I don't think you can put the ball way up in the air because it's going to
get blown around a little
float
bit.
if it does.
Both teams seem to be content early, at least in the first drives, to put the ball on the ground, try to run it as an established offensive strategy.
Nice crowd tonight here at Newberg High School. Here we go with the kick. Kick is away. This is a shorter kick and in the middle, going to be fielded by an up back, goes through his hands, picked up in the backfield at the 5, out to the 10, out to the 15, and falls down at the 19. Dylan Iwanaga. That play was confused from the start. Iwanaga managed to pick it up at the 5 and got out to the 19. Cardinal will start on offense there. Carson Wacker, the quarterback.
A tough one there. Went through the hands of the backline guy, and it made for a tough opportunity.
All right, split backs. Receivers split wide to the right. They're in the starts. Wacker, the quarterback. Same formation as last time. The receiver wide to the right, slot to the right. Wacker looks, wants to throw, gonna throw, got it. He dropped it. He's got his hands up. He's trying to figure out what's going on, but there was a flag.
I think a little bit too much contact for the defensive back from Newberg on Roberts, so I think Lincoln's going to get pass interference call.
Yep.
There you go.
Pass interference on the Tigers. And boy, I tell you, Moroni Celia Roberts is a handful. He's the toughest basketball player I saw last year playing for the Cardinals.
It's going to be an exciting season of high school hoops in Oregon this year, with Jackson Shellstead staying at Westland and Westland getting Grant's best player and Grant's coach. Should be an interesting season.
A couple of teams in the PI are going to be really good. Cleveland, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Grant. All right, that's an automatic first down. 1st and 10 at 35. Wacker, receivers wide left and right. Once the throw is going to roll right, throws underneath, dropped.
Instant pressure there by Davis. Good decision to hit the pass to the outside there, but we weren't able to convert.
Second down. 2nd and 10. 5:03 left to go here in the first quarter. Trip receivers to the right this time. Wacker drops back, wants to throw, has a man underneath and thrown outside. It was intended for Tommy Pimpel. Wacker now 0 for 3 passing. 3rd down and 10.
Lincoln hit in the air a little bit this drive. You only got the PI on that one. Last 2 have been incomplete.
Throwing the ball a little bit more than last week. Trip receivers to the left again. Wacker, the snap. There it is, drops straight back, throws underneath and dropped. Intended underneath for number 5, Emmett Togney.
Pretty good play call there against the blitz. They ran a little screenplay, just couldn't hold on to see if anything good could happen.
4th and 10. First punt of the night for the Lincoln Cardinal. That's number 24, and that's Lance Ricker, the kicker.
Again, this is going to be into the wind.
4:57 left to go in the first. 6-0 Newberg leads. Oh, a high snap. Ricker goes back, now moves to the left, flag down. That's not going to go far. Takes a bounce. It's going to be down at the 44-yard line. 21 yards on the punt. There was a flag down over on this side. Referees are talking. It's a false start on Newberg. So we'll do it again.
False start would have been on Lincoln there, right?
Nope. I'm sorry. False start on Lincoln, right. Can't have a false start when you're on defense.
You get that offsides. Now they're going to accept. I don't know if they. It was pre-snap, so I don't know if they can decline it, to be honest with you. But it looks like
they're going to decline it and take the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you can get much better than about an 8-yard punt there. So.
Actually, it was a 21-yard punt.
Oh, Dave. You're always spoiling my fun there. 8 sounded really good to the people at home.
Right. As long as there's not a minus sign in front of it.
Now they assess it on the spot there. You see that? They moved it up to the 49.
It up 5.
Interesting.
Well, then that couldn't have been pre-snap.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was a formation issue.
All right, here we go.
Guys on the line.
Newberg, Cole Thomas, the quarterback. Motion, the dive play straight ahead. That's Hudson Davis again.
Gain of 3 right up the middle.
Davis.
Hudson carries the ball for 4 yards.
Davis, 3 carries, 20 yards. Clock running. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I think last week we set a school record there for quickest game. We were driving away by 9 o'clock last week.
Right. When the clock runs all the time, it speeds the game up. Here we go. Thomas, another handoff to Davis. Davis this time over left tackle. And he gets about 5. He might be a yard short.
They're going to mark it exactly 2 yards short.
Okay, he got 5.
43 brought down by Joshua Parker, number 72. Parker.
I would think this is 4 down territory. I know it's early, and I know it's not going to be out of desperation. It's just
they've had success with those dive plays.
Yeah, they're going to try to get 2 here, and they've had pretty good success defensively against Lincoln. So
3rd and 2. Motion. Another play over the left tackle. They like to run there. That's number 31 on the carry, Walker Hilton. And he has the first down. He got 3.
Gain of 3.
Walker Hilton, number 31 for the first down.
Wait for Vince Lombardi to come out from behind the bleachers. We're going 3 yards, 4 yards on a cloud of dust. I don't think Jerry Kramer's at left tackle, though.
Right. This time over, well, he goes around outside around the right end on the carry. 22 on the carry that time, and that's Isaac Hevron. Hevron picks up 8.
Almost like we have a Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside. We've got Mr. Inside, number 44, Hudson Davis, and then between 22 and
back. And there's a flag.
got a false start.
False start on the Tigers. That'll back it up 5. Now it'll be 2nd down and 7. I like the Tigers uniforms. I like that. They look like the old Detroit Lions.
I think both teams look pretty sharp. We were talking pregame with some classic colors out there.
Around the outside. Oh, great defensive play that time on the penetration. That was Moroni Seeley Roberts. A loss of 5.
That's a big, big play there for Lincoln. That puts them behind the sticks, 3rd and long.
All right, 3rd down and 13.
I think this play call could be interesting. If they're going to use 4 downs, you could do a lot of different things.
Pressure, here comes Roberts. And boy, Thomas was lucky to get that away. Boy, Moroni Seeley Roberts came around from his right defensive end position and was on the quarterback.
Yeah, I like that adjustment by Coach Caruso to get
I do
Seeley
too.
Roberts on the defensive line. It's a little hard sometimes at wide receiver to get you involved all the time, but if you can get him on the line and get him down, 20, 25 and make impact like he did there, or get a sack or get a tip with his length.
That might be the best defensive series I've seen from the Cardinals so far this season. Tommy Pempel is back to receive. 4th and 13, 53.2 seconds. Got my decimal point out of place there.
Looks like timeout Newberg.
Newberg wants to take a timeout. Timeout on the field, 53 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Our score is Newberg 6, Lincoln and nothing. I want to tell you about the Jerry Wilson Group. They specialize in helping finance houses and investment properties, and that's all for the self-employer, the small business, and the relocating firm from out of state. For the purchase or for the refinance of your house mortgage or debt consolidation, visit jerrywilsongroup.com. And thanks to them for being great sponsors for Lincoln football. Also, I want to tell you about Bio Lounge. It's a functional medicine clinic aimed at identifying root causes of imbalance and dysfunction to restore optimal health, specializing in gut health, hormone therapy, metabolism, and chronic disease reversal. They believe your health potential is limitless. Learn more at bioloungepdx.com. All right, here we go. Here's that punt. Again, Pempel deep.
Oh, boy.
Another flag. What's this?
Looks like an illegal substitution by Newberg. They're struggling to get their punt team in order here.
Jeremy Johnson out on the field. He looks, and the referee tells him what it is. I think
might be 12 guys.
Too many guys. 75 just came off, so. Here we go.
Okay.
High snap, pull that down. The kick is away. It's going to bounce at the 24 and go out of bounds about the 16. So Lincoln will start on offense there. Clock's still running.
If you are parked outside of the gates on Elliott, you need to
We lost
move
about
your vehicle
8 seconds there, but okay, I get it.
Move, you will be cited and could be towed. Again, if you are parked outside of the gates on Elliott Street, you need to move immediately.
Offense for the Cardinal on the field. 1st and 10. The ball is actually spotted on the 18. And there's a flag. No gain, into the line, no gain, but a flag goes up. Alex Lahamadou on the carry, no gain. False start on the Cardinal, declined. Lahamadou got no gain, so they declined that penalty.
It must have been some sort of, again, I don't know if that's a general signal in high school, but again, you typically pre-snap, you can't decline, can you? Or, because the play is dead.
Right, play's dead.
Play's dead. Now you could decline the yardage, I suppose, and redo, but.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Carson Wacker, the quarterback. Motion coming to the left. Wacker wants to throw on the outside. He has a man out there. It's Seeley Roberts. And just off his fingertips.
Again, I don't know if the wind had anything to do with that, but that was pretty well thrown ball.
Coach Caruso is going to open up the offense. Wacker's made a couple of throws on the outside to Moroni Seeley Roberts. Great speed, great hands.
You feel like Lincoln just needs a big play.
They
just need somebody to make a big play or get a break or something to kind of blow the lid off it a little bit, just to give them some confidence.
18.7 seconds left. Wacker has trip receivers to the right. He's going to roll right. He looks. He's going to throw underneath. Incomplete, intended for Tommy Pempel.
A little bit over his head. He got another flag.
Cardinal now, Kurt 0 for 6 passing.
A little extracurricular activities there, Dave. There's a flag down late. A little roundtable discussion there by the referees. Huddling up, as you might say.
Referees do that. We're going to get the signal right now. Personal foul.
On the defense.
Is that a...
It's going to be on the defense, automatic
is that a
first down.
horse collar tackle?
I don't think he indicated anything other than just personal foul.
Put his hand
Newberg.
up to his neck.
Yeah, that's the old Spike Lee choke sign to Reggie Miller in the old basketball playoffs.
Right, they're going to mark off 15. So I think that's what that was.
Okay. We'll check in at halftime. We'll see what he had to say.
You know, the signal is they put their hands around their neck. That's a horse collar tackle. And
yeah, I'm not sure if
that's what he did.
If a defensive lineman would horse collar an offensive lineman, but certainly it's a big penalty. First down.
13 seconds. Cardinal get the ball. It is 1st and 10. First down on the penalty. Receivers wide left and right. Wacker, he wants to throw. He looks across the middle.
Oh, off his helmet.
Oh, hit Dylan Iwanaga. Iwanaga was running a drag route over the middle, and Wacker hit him in the helmet. Eight seconds.
He was open.
He was open.
He was open.
Remember that Super Bowl where the guy trapped the ball up against his helmet?
Yeah, David Tyree.
David Tyree.
Eli
right.
Manning against the undefeated at the time New England Patriots.
Right, that play cost the Patriots a perfect season.
You could argue one of the maybe 3 or 4 best plays ever in a Super Bowl.
All right, split backs, receivers wide to the right, slot to the right. Wacker going to hand it off underneath. That's Iwanaga. He's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple.
Yeah, that was a defensive line surge there. End of the first quarter.
There's the horn. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score at the end of 1. It is the Newberg Tigers 6, the Lincoln Cardinals nothing. Kurt?
Well, you know, it started out a little bit all Newberg, and it's kind of settled into a game where both teams have had struggles moving the ball. Lincoln one time, I believe, into Newberg territory in that first quarter. Again, it feels like that there's some things for Lincoln that they're just right on the edge of. You know, the Seeley Roberts play. I like him on defense. I think that helped on that last possession, getting him out there, putting pressure on the ball, pressure on the Newberg quarterback. But again, we got to get something rolling here offensively, some consistent moving of the ball.
Well, we got a second. I'm going to tell you about the Kelly Manning State Farm Insurance Agency. They wish the Cardinals the best in the 2022 season. For help with your insurance or financial service needs, visit Kelly at kellymanninginsurance.com or stop by her offices located on Hall Boulevard next to Washington Square. All right, we'll switch ends. Cardinal will now move from our left to our right in the white. Newberg Tigers in the blue. They will move from our right to our left. They lead 6-0. Touchdown. Missed extra point. Well, I shouldn't say missed. It was a crazy play, a snap and a fumble. So here we go. Moroni Seeley Roberts is split wide to the right. He's got sole coverage out there. That's number 1, Garrett Chaffee on him.
There's a safety back there that may roll over on the snap.
He is. Wants to throw underneath.
Uh-oh,
Seeley Roberts
intercepted.
picked off by the Tigers. This may go. No. Down to the 20. The ball was tipped. Picked off by the Tigers.
We got a flag back there. And Lincoln's going to have to see if they can't hold the line a little bit here.
Here we go. Cole Thomas, the quarterback. Split backs. Receivers wide to the right, slot to the right. Handoff. Turns inside, a big hole. Going to be down to the 10. That's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that was Hevron, and he kept those legs moving.
Give Hevron 12 on that carry and a first down. All right, we'll spot that at the 11. 11-yard gain.
So first down possible, but not much room to spare there.
Not much. Split backs. Receivers again split wide to the right, slot to the right. They've run a dive play off this a number of times. And there's a whistle and a flag. Is that, yep, false start on the Tigers.
Start on the Tigers.
Back it up 5.
Dave, unofficially, how many penalties do you have tonight?
Oh. False starts alone, I've got 4.
We've had a few hankies tonight. It's going to slow things down for both teams, momentum-wise. Put them behind the sticks a little bit, put them off schedule.
Same formation. Davis into the middle. Davis will get down maybe to the 9.
This guy's got him at the 10 right here.
10. So that's a gain of 6.
Davis carries to the 10-yard line. Second down.
Second down, 2nd and 9. 6 on the carry that time. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast here on Oregon Sports Beat. Motion. Off of the right tackle that time.
And not a lot of room there. Diagnosed well by the Lincoln defensive line.
Hevron on the carry, and I think he got
Hevron
2.
Ball several yards, brought down by number 3, Pearson.
By Pearson.
And he looked a little shaken up there too. Kind of had to walk it off real quick. He's still kind of holding his ribs area.
3rd and 7.
Again, depending on the field goal unit here, this is definite 4-down territory.
Receivers wide to the left and right. Slot to the left. And inside handoff. And Newberg has stuck to the run. That doesn't go much. Maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Hudson Davis with the carry.
Hudson Davis on the carry.
Eli Pearson.
I have Newberg 2 passes, no completions. This is 4th down, 4th and 7.
Looks like field goal unit on the field.
We do. We have a field goal. And let's see, the number 4, I believe. That's Kai Clark. This is a field goal attempt. It'll be 25 yards.
Oh,
Picked
boy.
it up, a fake. Going to roll to the left and tackled. That'll be a turnover on downs. Cardinal held. Be right at the 10-yard line, I believe.
Ian Thomas carries it to the 11.
All right, so
Yeah,
the Cardinal have stopped an extra point. Now they stopped a field goal attempt.
And that snap from center came back a little bit soft and really didn't do anything else than just try to run it. And
Right.
good job by Lincoln being aware. They hit the stop, and now they've got 90 yards to go, but better than 3 points.
When you're
on
the kicker,
scoreboard.
too, and you're going to fake a field goal, you got to run up and act like you're kicking the ball. You can't stand there and let the defense see and the bad snap. I heard a whistle. This
Yeah.
play was whistled before it got started.
That might be a little bit of inexperience maybe of Seeley Roberts, not knowing how much football he's played before this year. He had his knee on the ground when he caught that. So at high school, that's going to be down. In college, that's going to be down. And
He didn't play as a junior because he lived here.
gotcha.
He lived in this school district.
I think he's moved around a lot. I know Coach
Played in
Roberts.
Utah.
I think they were in Virginia for a while when he was younger too.
Well, he's got talent. Him and his brother both, Malachi and Moroni. Here we go. Motion. The snap to Wacker. Handoff. Let's see. It goes to the outside. Wacker got that to the motion man, Iwanaga.
Down by Mason Clay, number 6.
He might have got, let's see where they spot that. He might have got
Out
three.
Out to the 14,
4.
it looks like they're going to spot.
Iwanaga on the carry.
Ball on the 14, 3rd down.
Iwanaga has 3 carries, no yards. Trip receivers to the left. Wacker stands back about the 8. And that might, there's a whistle there. That might be on Newberg. I believe it is. They jumped the gun there.
It's going to make 3rd and 2 now.
They were coming on the blitz and they jumped the gun. Be 3rd and 2. Break for the Cardinal.
3rd and 2 for the Cardinals.
Wacker to the snap. Going to throw on the outside. Seeley Roberts has it. And no gain. First completion of the game for the Tigers, but no gain.
Number 1, Seeley Roberts.
Moroni Seeley Roberts.
By number 6, Mason Clay and other Tigers.
Punt team on the field.
Punt team headed out for the Cardinal.
Not a good spot to go for it on 4th down.
Lance Ricker does the punting.
Now we've got the wind with us here.
Last punt was 21 yards. Let's see what we get here this time.
Any kind of penalty on Newberg, we're going to get 1st down.
Right.
So the way this game has gone.
Wow, we've had a lot of penalties.
Somebody's.
Ricker.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure what that was. The ball's going to roll, though, and it's going to roll all the way out and go out at the 45-yard line. The line of scrimmage on the punt was the 18 out to the 45. That's 27 yards on the punt, but boy, that looked bad.
Remember the old days of punt, pass, and kick? You remember those things,
Yes.
Dave? Yeah. You'd have to throw it, kick it and punt it. And if you were offline, that was deducted from your total. So you kick it 40 yards, but you're 20 yards off. They subtract that from the total.
I remember watching that on TV, and you had to beat some kid who was 12 years old who threw the ball like 50 yards in the air. You go, oh, okay.
It's like that Little League baseball where you have to check the birth certificate. You got to figure out how old that kid is. 6'3", 210.
Right, that one kid was over the age limit, remember? Here we
A
go.
few of those over the years.
Sweep play coming to the left. On the carry that time, that's number 23.
That's Williams, and he's had a pretty good night getting around the outside.
Williams gets 6. There's a penalty flag down.
No way. You're kidding with me, Dave.
I thought. No,
Oh,
nope.
You were kidding with me.
Okay.
Jeez. We were just so used to seeing them that.
Cole Thomas, the quarterback, split backs. Inside over right tackle, that's number 44, Davis. I believe he's got the 1st down. We'll see where they spot that. He needed 5, and I think he got 6.
Hudson carries it to the 39-yard line for a 1st down.
Hudson Davis.
4-yard line, 1st down.
Ball at the 34. Tigers on the move again. Split backs, receivers wide to the left, slot to the left. Tight end to the right. There's another dive play, and they are working over the middle of the Lincoln defense.
31, Walter Hill.
That's 31, his first carry of the night, I believe.
No, he has another carry.
Oh, we had another one.
He's had 2.
Okay.
He got 6 on that, so he has 3 carries now for 11 yards.
Such a heavy dose of 44 and 22.
I know. I was going to look real quick. 44 has 7 carries. 22 has 6. Lone setback is 44. Receivers wide to the left and right. Here comes the motion to the left. Another dive play in the middle. On that carry again, that's 44. Davis, Hudson Davis.
Hudson Davis is getting a whole lot of work here in that middle area. 2 or 3 Lincoln players hanging on him every time, but he's able to make something out of that.
He's got 7 carries for 41 yards.
It's like Larry Zonka material there.
Third down and 2. Hilton and Davis, the running backs. Receiver wide to the left. The set, here comes the motion. And there's ball to Hudson Davis. Davis will have the first down. He gets 5.
Hit early, too. Kind of made something out of nothing there. Lincoln doing it okay. They just can't quite, make that stop to put him behind the sticks a little bit. They're always getting 2 or 3, and it's hard to make that stop when you're always getting positive yardage. They need to, a little yard for loss or, tackle for loss, the TFLs.
Davis, 5'10", 205. He'll stay in directly behind Cole Thomas. Now he shifts off to the right. Receivers wide left and right. Tigers have only attempted 2 passes, no completions. They run a sweep play to the right that time.
Number 8, Eddie Buck on the carry.
Eddie Buck, I believe it is. Yep, Eddie Buck on the carry, number 8.
And several others. Number 59, Jackson Lindbergh.
The tackle that time by number 59, and that's Jackson Lindberg. It was a gain of 2. So Buck's first carry gets 2. Second and 8, 3:55 left to go in the half. On the draw play up the middle. Davis on the carry.
Several yards, tackled by number 3, Eli Pearson.
Trying to look up some scores for us for halftime here, Dave.
Eli Pearson on the tackle, a gain of 4. Third down and 4. Cole Thomas over at the sideline gets the play, headed back out onto the field. 4-man front for the Cardinal. 4-man front, 5 linebackers, 2 defensive backs. Here we go. And a whistle. Timeout on the field. Timeout Newberg. 2:53 left to go here in the first half. 6-0 our score. Newberg leads. I want to tell you about Contract Flooring and Interiors. Since 2003, Contract Flooring and Interiors' commitment to sustainability has extended beyond just their business practices, driven to create high standards of quality in both commercial flooring and interior products. They deliver maintenance, style, and sustainability at your feet. Call Brian Donahue at 503-525-3515 or go to cfni.com.
Just a little news just here, Dave. The Tigard-Sandy game moved to tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Because of the smoke in the air, fire concerns.
I did see, some of the schools were talking about maybe postponing their games for a day or so. I see that one now. That has happened. That's because of the smoke. 3rd and 4. Cole Thomas. Here comes the sweep play to the right.
Nice play.
Great play on the outside that time for the Lincoln Cardinal, and that's number 7, Henry Fovinci.
Great play. Blew that one up. He wasn't able to finish it, but his teammates came and did. Big play.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Now you're 4th and 8. Clearly the field goal is probably not an option, so you're going to have to try to make a play here. Newberg offense not designed for big plays.
I'm thinking maybe they don't have a lot of confidence in the field goal kicker.
I don't even know if the kicker or the snapper, it just wasn't good from beginning to end last time.
Split backs, receivers wide to the right, slot to the right, motion to the left. Wants to throw, Thomas under pressure and sacked. Great play there. I believe it's Moroni Sealy Roberts, isn't it? Yes, Moroni Sealy Roberts on the sack, but there's a flag down.
Holding offense. They're going to decline that. It's going to be Lincoln ball.
Right. Take that play. Ball goes over on downs. Cardinal will have the ball.
There's Roberts again.
You know what? He looks like a force on the outside,
well,
on the defensive end.
They need somebody to make plays there. You know, you got to have somebody that can get into the backfield, be disruptive, keep teams off their rhythm.
He'll stay in the game, and he'll play at wide receiver. Cardinals 1st and 10. 2:02 left to go here in the first half. Now, Sealy Roberts will split out wide to the right. Has sole coverage over there right now. Number 5, Ryan Simmons on Moroni Sealy Roberts. Wacker wants to roll right, looks, signals he wants the receiver to go down. There's a pass. Is that complete?
It is incomplete.
Oh, it was intended for Tommy Pempel.
Looked like a pretty darn good throw from where we're sitting here. Just did not hang on.
Cardinal now 1 of 9 passing for no yards. You know what? They're starting to get open too. The receivers for the Cardinal are starting to run routes. They come little seam routes to get in the middle, sit down, wait for the ball.
Again, I think we just need a big play, something to
play.
Bust this out and get them down the field, get them out of the other side, maybe flip the field.
Simmons is going to come up the line of scrimmage and is going to hit Roberts coming off the line of scrimmage. He just wanted to get him deep, and instead of inside handoff, that's not going anywhere. No gain on the play.
And now you got some clock. Is Newberg going to take a timeout here?
Lahamadou on the carry, no gain.
Looks like timeout. Lincoln. Okay.
Lahamadou has 6 carries, 22 yards. Lincoln wants to take a timeout.
Okay, now that's interesting because you're. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. You know, because if you're Newberg now, with 2 timeouts also, you could get the ball back.
All right, I want to tell you about Friendly House. It's a nonprofit community center and a social service organization serving Portland since 1930. Our programs and volunteer opportunities are designed to bring folks together to make a better neighborhood for everyone. Contact your community at fhpdx.org.
Just a quick update here on a couple scores while we have a second. We'll wait here. Lincoln snapping.
1:43 left to go here. 3rd and 10. Wacker to the snap. Throws on the outside, overthrown, intended for Sealy Roberts.
Yeah, that's why. Again, just curious on the Lincoln timeout because now you've given a little bit time to Newberg.
Well, it would have stopped the clock anyway, but yeah. I get it. You gave them about 20 more seconds.
Yeah. But again, thinking positive, it gives them more time. If Lincoln makes a completion, gets a first down, they've got a chance to make something happen.
All right, back to receive for the Newberg Tigers. It's Garrick Chaffee, senior. Lance Ricker in punt formation had a couple of high snaps. This was okay. Flag down. Oh my goodness! Can we run a play without a flag?
Oh no! Oh boy! I think he touched it. I mean.
Lincoln didn't recover, but I thought he touched it too.
He touched it too, and I don't think Lincoln realized it. They kept kicking it.
There's a flag down back where the punter is.
It's on Newberg. Now, depending on the severity, if it's a 5-yarder, you're Lincoln, you probably decline it. If it's
we've had more plays where there were penalties than actual plays.
Oh golly. It looks like they're going to leave it where it's at.
Here's the call.
Legal shift, Lincoln.
No, illegal shift.
Okay, so it's going to be, looks like declined. And now Newberg ball.
Newberg will take the ball.
Okay.
So Newberg will have 1:29 on the clock to score. They'll need to go 52 yards to do that. They've kept the ball pretty much on the ground. Let's see if they're going to open it up on this drive. Receivers, wide left and right, slot right, lone setback. Now motion. They're going to run a sweep play to the right, turns the corner. That's number 22 on the carry, Isaac Hevron. And he gets
Isaac Everett on the carry. Number 15.
Lincoln player down
5.
back there.
Hevron gets 5.
And one thing for both teams, Dave, is as you see, they just haven't had much success throwing the ball. So
Combined, the two teams are 1 of 12 passing.
So
Of course, the Cardinals are 1 of 10.
Your defense just gets closer and closer to that line of scrimmage, and so it even successful run plays get a little bit of resistance after the 2 or 3 yard gain area. Oh boy, fumble.
Dropped the ball, no gain. Thomas fell on it.
Okay.
Thomas falls on the ball. No
So
gain.
we're gonna go timeout. I don't know. I think I might want to get into the locker room. You take the timeout. I guess you're being aggressive. I know your field position's good.
I think each team has 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, I don't know if they're keeping track. I
Well,
think Newberg's taken 2. They might have 1
Okay.
unofficially, of course, Dave. Just
Okay.
like you. Unofficially, I think they might have 1 left. So, we're looking at an opportunity for Newberg maybe to make a play here 3rd and 5, or Lincoln maybe. Who knows?
I want to tell you about Wacker Remodel. When you're looking to remodel or upgrade your home, you want to work with a trusted, certified remodeling professional with 30 years of experience providing efficient, high-quality craftsmanship for all phases of remodeling. Call Scott Wacker at 503-539-9650 for a free consultation. So we look at the clock, 56 seconds, 3rd down and 5. Cardinal might want to take time out.
Hey,
and
pick
get the
6
ball.
right here, right? That's what we
Right.
need. We need something big. Roberts maybe tips one and just grabs it out of the air. There he is. Getting
Inside a dive play. That's Hudson Davis. Breaks free. He's going to have the first down all the way down to the 40.
And he carried the last 3 or 4 guys the last 4 or 5 yards.
Hudson Davis gets 8 on that carry. He has 11 carries now here in the first half.
Okay, here we go again.
Flag down. 2 most popular words tonight. Flag down.
Oh, followed by false and start, huh?
Wow, yeah, followed by that. Backs it up 5. 1st and 15. 32 seconds, clock running. Tigers don't seem in any hurry.
No.
Receivers wide left and right, slot left. Here comes the motion.
Oh, no.
Handoff, drop
Oh,
the
boy.
ball.
Oh, boy.
Drop the ball,
Oh,
it's
boy.
loose on the ground. Cardinal may have it.
Just take a knee. Let's get it to halftime.
That went down to the ground, bounced off about 3 players. And that's the horn.
Yeah.
That's the end of the first half. Our score at the end of 1, it is Newberg 6, Lincoln nothing. Wait a minute, no, we're not done. We're not done. I think they're going to put 8 seconds back on the clock. All right. The fumble was down, the play was down, and
I don't know if they signaled change of possession.
right? If they
What?
signal change of possession, that means that
Then
the clock would
clock's going to
stop.
stop. That might be why. If it was just recovered by Newberg.
I'm looking, though, to see if Wacker's out on the field. He is not. So
Yeah.
I think they're talking about this. Here's the referee. He's going to tell us. Boy, they've earned their money tonight.
They have. They've reached their quota of yellow
All right,
hankies.
he's signaling, I believe, that the half is over. Right, he is. The half is over.
All right, for your halftime entertainment.
So that wasn't a change of possession on the fumble, and the clock should have ran. And so our score is
And I'm sure after
Newberg 6. The only score in this game came in the first quarter at the, let's see, at the 5:58 mark. That was a 7-yard run by Gannon Williams for the touchdown. The point after touchdown was no good. There were no points in the second half, and so our score here at halftime is 6-0. Kurt?
Well, early on, Lincoln moved the ball, had some good inside runs, kind of building off what they did last week. Newberg looked very efficient on their, I don't know if it was first or second possession, went down and scored. And then since then, Dave, it's been a lot of penalties, a lot of missed throws. You mentioned earlier the stats on the throwing game, not good for either side. A tough time moving the ball either way. Fumbles, interceptions, not really well played there in that second quarter.
When I look back at this, I look at my stat sheet here. It looks to me like Newberg should be ahead about 20-0.
I don't know if you watched the Bills and Rams last night, but I think it felt like the Bills should have been up 21-0, and it was only 7-7 in that first half. Sometimes football does that to you.
On the other hand, I'm looking at Lincoln, and they look to be like about just a step short of completing some passes and getting some open runs. They're just a tiny bit out of sync, but when you're throwing the ball, that's everything.
Yeah, and again, a lack of a throwing game for both teams. It makes you one-dimensional, and you talk to any defensive coordinator, any defensive coach, when you become one-dimensional, you become much easier to defend, much easier to predict, much easier to line up for. So
I'll give you some stats for the first half. We'll start with passing because that's the easiest. The Cardinal Wacker is 1 of 10 for no yards. That completion was to Moroni Seeley Roberts. The Newberg Tigers, they are 0 for 2. I was going to take a look at some of the rushing totals for the Cardinal. 22 yards on 6 carries for Alex Lahamadou. That's the leader. For Newberg, 58 yards, about 120 yards rushing for the game. The Cardinal, they are 32.
not a lot of movement in between there.
All right, we're going to take a break here at halftime, and when we come back, we'll come back with about 3 or 4 minutes to go before the start of the second half, and we'll update that, and Kurt will update us on some of the scores. So we'll take a break. Our score here at halftime at Newberg High School in football action. It is Newberg 6, Lincoln nothing. We'll be back. Welcome back to halftime at Newberg High School. 6A football action. It is the Lincoln Cardinal and the Newberg Tigers. Newberg leads this one 6-0, a touchdown at the 5:58 mark of the first quarter, a 7-yard run by Williams. The point after touchdown was kind of one of those plays where they line up all different spots on the field, and they fumbled that and did not get the extra point. So it is 6-0 here. Thanks for joining us here on Oregon Sports Beat. You can go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com. We have our schedule up for September, and I can tell you we have a lot of things on the agenda. Next Tuesday night, we'll bring you volleyball, and that will be at Central Catholic High School, where the very, very good Rams team will take on Clackamas. Wednesday night, it's soccer out at Delta Park. That will be the Rams girls will face Aloha. Next Friday night, Kurt and I will bring you football featuring the Lincoln Cardinal, and they will be, I believe their opponent is McDaniel, and I believe that game was at Wells. So we got that. We got 11 games all lined up for you over the course of this month. So thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Hall along with Kurt Guelsdorf. And Kurt, before we left, you were looking at some of the scores from tonight.
Yeah, just an update of some of the 6A scores that I can find here online. The big one is down at Autzen Stadium tonight. St. John Bosco, the number one team in the country out of Northern California, playing number one in Oregon Central Catholic. It's 35-0. St. John Bosco putting the hammer to the Rams tonight.
Somebody at St. John Bosco quarterbacked in the pros. And aren't they the high school that reeled off like 50 wins one time?
They've had, I don't know if they were the one they made the movie about or not.
Or that might be Modern Day.
Yeah, they're Modern Day is pretty good. St. John Bosco is a little bit up north. But 35-0 in the second quarter. We've got Mountainside 14, Barlow 7. We've got Beaverton 14, Sprague 14. North Salem 27, David Douglas 0. McMinnville 28, Forest Grove 0. Grant out of the PIL, they're down 7-0 to Southridge.
Wow.
Jesuits out of the Metro League playing Lake Ridge. Jesuit 21-6 right now in that game. Lake Oswego 7, West Salem 0. South Salem 21, Sunset 0. Westview 18, Wilsonville 7. Summit beating Thurston 7-3. Dallas 7-0 over McKay. And then the last score that they've got something on, they do have the Newberg Lincoln, so that's great. This is on Sportsbook Live. And then Cleveland over South Eugene 10-3. So the Cleveland Warriors with an early lead over South Eugene.
Let me tell you a school that's got it together, academically, of course, but sports-wise, and that's Summit. You know, you'd think for a new school they wouldn't have it so deep. They went to the finals of the basketball championship. They've had good football teams.
Well, have you been over there?
Yes,
yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and there's a little bit of money there, Dave. And there's, there's a few ex-NFL guys that live around there. You know, Drew Bledsoe was involved in the Summit program for a long time,
right?
With his wine business over there in that area.
Yep.
And then he's moved on after his son moved on, and now they've got, I believe, another ex-NFLer. I don't know if it was Graziani, the old Oregon Duck quarterback, but there's another NFLer or a college guy that's around there. And again, I've always said that when you have a little bit of money to help programs, and then you have some dedicated people around, you can make some good things happen. And not that it's necessary, but there are some things in football with finances that it's important for gear, for field use, not just having turf. You know, I go to some of the other Three Rivers League, teams around, other PL teams. Everybody's got turf everywhere now, and that's an advantage. So
let me give you a school that's a good example of that. West Lynn.
Yeah. Not a blade of grass back there. It's turf everywhere.
Wow. Yeah. All right, I want to tell you about Sports Car Market Magazine. They salute the hardworking Lincoln Cardinal. For 35 years, Sports Car Market Magazine has been the go-to source for information about collecting and driving Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Corvettes, and Porsches. Boy, it's great just to even say those. To sign up for their free weekly newsletter, go to sportscarmarket.com. Well, Kurt, anything different either one of these two teams might do in the second half? I think if I was Lincoln, I would stick with throwing the ball because you're just a step off. It's like you said a couple of times. They need one big play
Yeah, and it feels like, again, those coaches know so much more than we do because they're down there on the field. They're there all week. But maybe something across the middle. That drag play, I know that hit the player in the head, but something quick and get them going downfield. It seems like everything's, deep downfield and just makes it a little bit more difficult. Again, we've talked about the wind a little bit. The flag is still sticking straight out. Maybe something like that, something quick, maybe a quarterback draw, ball security also, both teams. There were a couple turnovers both directions. I think it's anybody's game. I mean, the thing about Lincoln, they go into that locker room, it's 6-0. It's a one-score game and an extra point for a lead. So I think they've got to feel pretty good about that score. And, again, making some adjustments in the offense and so forth. I thought defensively they were solid. Maybe get a turnover, get a pick six or a scoop and score. Something like that would be great.
I like to think that I know this game pretty well. I've been broadcasting for 41 years. I've done, probably 400 football games, probably 1,000 games overall. So I like to think I got knowledge from that. But what I don't have is I don't have knowledge from my high school football team because in the 4 years that we played, we won 4 games. And one of those years we won 2. So...
Now, did they put those old leather helmets on you? What were you wearing back then?
Well, there's no face bar.
No face bar, because I was going to say we could test out the face bar right here with the helmet shake you around.
I hate to say about my sports background beginning, Little League Baseball with those little cups that went over your ears.
You look like you're wearing earmuffs there, huh?
Exactly. Leather basketballs. I always remember that because it wore the skin off the ends of your fingers. All right. We're at Newberg. This is the initial varsity game here at Newberg. Their freshmen played last night. They went on the road last week and beat Grant 28-27, a big win for them. So they're up 6-0 here. Here comes Lincoln back out onto the field. Newberg fans are waiting for their team to head on out. Coach Jeremy Johnson, the head coach at Newberg. Coach Matt Caruso, the head coach at Lincoln. At this point in time last week, the Cardinals were down 34-0. They've looked better on offense. They've looked much better on defense. Moroni Seeley Roberts is playing really well.
Yep, certainly I like that adjustment, getting him on the defensive side of things, trying to be a little bit more disruptive. And again, just not quite connecting on the outside. Almost like it's like, can we get him at the tight end, get him in there and run 6 yards and turn around and just use that size to post somebody up.
Jennifer Odell Sample, an agent with Premier Property Group LLC, wishes the Lincoln Cardinal a fantastic season. Jennifer is your real estate advocate from contract to close and beyond. She says, go Cards. Newberg out onto the field. With the smoke that we've had earlier, the haze, I know some games tonight have been postponed. You mentioned that earlier. You can look how bright the moon is.
Yeah, I wonder if the wind, is it blowing it out? Did it change directions? I mean,
yeah, maybe.
I was trying to look up where it was coming from. There's a couple things that they have on the local, websites that you could try to figure out the direction of the smoke that you're getting, but I couldn't quite get it to work. So it surprised me because this morning when I went into school, it was clear and nice, and I came out, it was smoky and hazy and hot.
This seems more like football weather right now, doesn't it?
It's getting there. I think we get that first tint of fall next week. I was looking at the weather. It looked like it was going to be 70 during the day, and we're going to get a little chill at night. So I'll bring a blanket and a sweatshirt next week.
Kurt is for you who are not familiar, he is the basketball coach at Clackamas Community College. Before that, he was the girls basketball coach at Oregon City High School. 3 state championships they won while he was there. Are you guys practicing yet?
We are not. We don't start school. We're on a quarter system at the college, so we'll start September 26th, and we will be going straight through till about March, hopefully late in March.
You made the finals last year.
We did make the Final Four last year. It was a great season. So we're excited about getting going this year.
All right, teams are out on the field. We're waiting the start of the second half. Again, our score 6-0. Newberg leads. If you want a word to describe the first half in this game, here is the word: penalties. Oh my goodness!
For sure. Yeah. Putting teams behind the sticks, off schedule,
right?
Whatever you want to call it.
Stopping drives,
extending drives, adding to special teams. Just not a clean second quarter. I thought the first quarter was okay. Both teams moved it a little bit. Didn't score, didn't put up a ton of points, but second quarter became pretty sloppy on both sides. And again, the inability to connect in the passing game has created a one-dimensional offense for both teams and made it fairly easy to diagnose for the defenses.
Total passing yardage in this game for both teams combined, 0. Cardinal actually have a completion for no yards. Newberg has no completions. Cardinal defense stiffened up in the second quarter. They didn't allow any points. They played tougher, especially Moroni Seeley Roberts. Cardinal will kick off. Lance Ricker will do the kicking. Ricker, a junior. Again, join us Tuesday night. 6:15 is the start time on that. That's at the gym at Central Catholic and Clackamas volleyball. Wednesday night will be at Delta Park at 6:30, and that's a game between the Central Catholic girls and the Loa. Next Friday night is that football game. It is Lincoln and McDaniel, and I believe that game is at Wells. Lincoln playing their football games at Wells this year. Next year, they'll be at the new field at the high school. All right, Cardinal head out. They're going to kick off.
Kicking into the wind here.
Exactly. And it did play havoc with some kicks there in the first half. They had a 20-yard punt into the wind. All right, Tigers back to receive. Ricker with his hand up. There's the whistle. Lance Ricker, and the second half is underway. A high kick, deep kick. Actually not deep, it was at the 25. Into the wind, it really held up there.
Yeah, and that was interesting. Newberg, for a second there, didn't react and grabbed it and ended up at the 30-yard line there.
Tigers will start on offense. They are in the blue. They will move from our left to our right. Cardinal on defense in their white uniforms, red trim. Actually, Cardinal trim, I should say. 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get a play off in the start of the second half. No penalty. There's the snap. Dive play over left tackle. On the carry, number 44, Hudson Davis. Gets 3.
Ball to the 34-yard line. Second down.
And Newberg employs the strategy of the quarterback coming over to see the head coach each time.
I'm not a fan of that, but I know some schools. Here's the quarterback. He's running all that distance every single play.
Well, he gets his steps in. You know, we got just
go.
kidding.
There you go.
Probably wearing him out there.
Oh, up the middle, still on his feet. It's going to be a first down. Davis.
A big run there.
Davis, he gets 12.
Davis carries the ball for a first down.
He ran a couple people over on that one.
Boy, he keeps moving. He keeps those legs churning.
He does.
He's got a lot of yardage after the initial contact.
List him at 5'10", 205. He certainly looks it from up here.
Cole Thomas over center. Around the sweep play to the right this time on the carry, number 23.
Looks like a
Gannon Williams on the carry, and he gets
I think they gave him 5.
Gannon Williams carries the ball to
The ball now in Lincoln territory at the 49. 2nd and 5. We're just underway in the second half. 10:20 left to go in the third. Receivers wide left and right. There's a play over left tackle. Big hole. Still on his feet. Down to the 32.
Isaac Everon, number 22, down to the 3-yard line.
17 yards on the carry.
Good opening drive here by the Tigers.
Isaac Hevron on that carry for 17. 1st and 10 at the 33. Hudson Davis on the carry, and he got to the line of scrimmage, maybe 2.
Yeah, not much there. Good defensive stop there on 1st down by the Cardinals.
Hudson Davis carries the ball to the 31-yard line for a 2nd down.
75 yards now in the game for Hudson Davis. Second and 8. Now they'll go over to the right tackle, big hole, down to the 24.
Gannon carries forward for a
Gannon
first
on the
down.
carry,
Stopped by Eli.
7 yards on the carry, and another 1st down. I'm sorry, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2.
Again, big stop here. Obviously 4-down territory, most likely from Newberg. So
3rd and 2, the ball at the 25. Tigers been running the ball off tackle, both left and right. Here comes Davis, big hole, still on his feet, inside the 10 to the 5. 20 yards on the carry for Hudson Davis.
Ball to the 5-yard line, brought down by Dylan.
And now he's at 95 yards on the game. 1st and goal.
again, power run, little misdirection there in the backfield, got Lincoln off.
Boy, I tell you what, 2 players who have played well for the Newberg Tigers are the left tackle and the right tackle. Snap. This time, Davis straight up the middle, still on his feet, and he's in.
Ooh, we don't
Well,
have
I
a
haven't seen the
signal.
official signal yet. He may be down at the 1.
Looks like the,
Yep, they're going to call him down at the 1. 5 yards on the carry that time. Now, Hudson Davis, 100 yards rushing. And we still have 7 minutes to go in the third. 2nd and 1. Why not give the ball to Davis? He's earned it. And hit in the backfield.
that was a little mistake, something there. Somebody
Something
wasn't in the
happened.
right spot.
They might have lost a couple there.
Yeah, quarterback Tom was turned around to hand it off, and there was no one there.
Yeah, and by then he was in the arms of the defensive end. I think the Rams player was Emmett Togney on the outside.
Brings up a 3rd and 2 here.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. I don't know what happened that time, but there was some confusion.
There certainly was.
I wouldn't be confused this time. I'd just give the ball to Hudson Davis. And that's what's going to happen. And there he goes, and there's the touchdown.
Don't overcomplicate it. Keep the
Davis
game
on a
simple.
2-yard carry.
I would imagine they're going to go for 2 here. Try to get back on the 7s.
Time on that, 6:24. 12-0 now on the 2-yard run by Hudson Davis.
Yeah, going for 2 here.
So Williams with the touchdown, Davis with the touchdown, 12-0, going for 2. Motion, handoff, tries to cut it back to the middle, and the Cardinals are going to stop that dead.
Good defense there.
Good defense. Had to play, Tigers tried to turn it back into the middle, and the Cardinals were just sitting there.
Yeah, good, either a good guess by the defense or just well played. Eye discipline, as they call it. Didn't get fooled by any of the misdirection.
Right. So with 6:24 left to go in the third, Newberg leads us 12-0. This will be the first offensive possession of the Cardinal for the second half. Let's see if we can put something together right off the bat.
Yeah, it's still relatively early in the second half, and I won't call it a do or die possession, but certainly a possession that Lincoln, I think, needs to establish some offensive success, whether it's on the ground, mixing it up in the air game, something to feel good about getting off the zero and driving down the field. Newberg's done a decent job, but Lincoln at times has been their own worst enemy, unable to complete anything in the passing game and not being able to, again, stay penalty-free, turnover-free.
All right, I think the Cardinals have Emmett Togney back this time, number 5. I think he's on the right side. And Dylan Iwanaga. That might be 4. It might be Tommy Pimpel.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, Dave, but these new fields are popping up all over, and it's been happening for a lot of years now. But a couple fields that I've seen just online, checking out stuff, and they build a little mini field at one end so that those kids, those middle school kids that come to the games on Friday night that play over there anyway, they just go and they play.
All
and
right, great.
And I think it's something that I know as a high school teacher, and I've worked many football games in my life. They looked at it as kind of a pain to monitor. But
all right, short kick fielded by number 12, and for the
32, Oxford stopped by
I thought it was 12.
number 40,
Actually, it was Oxford.
Patrick Negra.
Enzo Oxford. It was 32, not 12. 32. Enzo Oxford, the junior. Rams will start their offensive possession at the 29. Wacker, the quarterback. Receivers wide left and right. That's trip receivers to the right. The snap to Wacker. He wants to throw right away. Looks, pump fakes, then throws to the outside, complete. That's a second completion. Both of Wacker's completions, 0 yards.
Yeah, they might even have lost a yard on that one. Again, a simple little one, but really no room for Roberts, and Newberg closed quickly.
All right, we'll make that -1. So 2 for 11 for -1 yards. Trip receivers to the left this time. Moroni Sealy Roberts comes wide to the left. He's got single coverage out there. That's Chaffee. Pimpel in motion to the right. Handoff straight ahead. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. Togney on the carry.
Togney's carry stopped by Hudson Davis.
Togney's first carry of the game.
Down.
Gets 1. Third down. Trip receivers to the left. Moroni Sealy Roberts wide left again. Pump fake. Wacker under pressure, rolls right. And is that a completion?
No.
No.
It
Intended for Togney.
Thrown kind of at his feet. I think there's going to be a holding call.
Yep.
Probably.
Flag is right down here.
Probably declined.
Flag on
Holding. It's going to be holding on the Cardinal. And I think the Tiger are going to decline the penalty. Holding. Cardinal declined.
Hold it on the Cardinals.
4th down and 10.
Down.
Lance Rickard in the punt. He's had a couple of high snaps back to him.
Yeah, hold on time here, special teams. Let's see if we can kick it out there, get it down the field a little bit, let the defense hunker down.
Another high snap, pulls it down, gets the kick away.
Oh boy.
Short kick, really short kick, and that's going to bounce. The line of scrimmage was the 29. The punt is out to the 41, 12 yards.
Yeah, again, the wind, a little bit of a snap that got him off schedule there with his rhythm. Good field position here for Newberg.
Tigers ball on the 40.
Update on that St. John Central Catholic game. St. John Bosco 42, Central Catholic 0 in the third quarter. Mountainside 21-7 over Barlow, and Sprague beating Beaverton 21-14. In the PIL, Cleveland still leading South Eugene 10-3.
All right, the nose of the ball is right at the 40. And
Flag on the play.
a flag on the play.
I'm just going to guess false start, Newberg.
Going to back it up 5. Penalty is on Newberg.
Still first down, 15 yards to go.
So it's 1st and 15 now. The ball is sitting right at the 45. Handoff straight ahead. Davis. And Hudson Davis gets, I'm going to give him 8.
He has been a rock-solid option for the Newberg Tigers tonight. Anytime they've needed to get out of a hole, he's been able to do it. And obviously, there's some blocking going on there, but he's been really good for Newberg, a very consistent force for their offense.
Davis carries it to the
Newberg has not thrown a pass in the second half.
Third down.
Davis now with 110 yards rushing. 2nd and 8, 4 minutes left to go in the third. 12-0, Newberg leads. Sweet play, turns the corner, gets outside. Williams on the carry, and he's out of bounds. Looks to be like about the 14.
Gannon Williams carry. Brought down by
Sweet play to the outside.
Thought it was Hevron. The announcer said Williams. Yeah, I thought it was Hevron, 22.
Okay, it might have been 22. Was that Hevron or Williams?
I think that was Hevron, yeah.
Hevron gets 24 on the carry. 1st down. Well, I got to the outside and turned the corner, and the race was on. There's the first pass, wide open, overthrown. Had a receiver wide open, overthrew him. And the Tigers threw on 1st and 10. They're now 0-3 passing, but they had a receiver open.
I kind of like that. That was a little change, little change up there.
Little fade route towards the left corner of the end zone. Just overthrew him.
It's like throwing the old Ephus pitch back on your baseball. You know,
All right.
don't know what's coming.
Inside handoff, Davis. Davis straight ahead, down to the 8. Gets 5.
And I'm guessing 4-down territory again. So you got 2 more plays to get 5 yards.
Hudson Davis carries the ball to the 10-yard line. 3rd down.
By the way, Hevron now with 75 yards rushing. 110 for Davis, 75 for Hevron.
They marked that. It's 3rd and 7 they've got up there.
3rd and 7. Ball at the 10. Straight ahead. Davis. The signal is touchdown. Touchdown. He just bowled ahead. 10-yard run. 2nd touchdown of the night for Hudson Davis. And to give you the time on that, it is 2:58. So Davis with touchdowns at 6:26 and 2:58.
And the most consistent player on the field right now for either
Wow.
team.
Clark's kick is good. Newberg 18.
All right, the point after touchdown, no good. 18-0 is our score. Newberg has not been able to. Oh, I'm sorry, that kick was good.
It was good.
It was
Yes.
good. So it's 19-0. Newberg leads. 2:58 left to go here in the third quarter. I want to tell you about the Jerry Wilson Group. They specialize in financing houses and investment properties. They do that for the self-employed, the small business people, and those relocating from out of state. For the purchase or the refinance of your home mortgage or debt consolidation, visit jerrywilsongroup.com. Great people. Give them a call. Tell them thanks for bringing you Lincoln Cardinal football.
Well, this is a big possession right here, Dave.
Right, big possession. Here comes the kickoff.
Oh, kind of a
Short kick. Going to go out of bounds at the 25. Move that up to the 35.
yeah, interesting. It looked like that was sort of intentional, trying to sneak it down in there.
Maybe.
Yeah, but that not wanting to get it out of bounds. I know in the NFL, that's out to the 40 when they kick it out. Here we go.
Cardinal on offense. 1st and 10, ball at the 35. Receivers, wide right, slot right, split backs. Handoff. This is Iwanaga. Turns the corner. Iwanaga out close to the first down. Might actually have it.
Mark him just a bit short. Great play there on first down. 2nd and 1. Playbook opens up now. Great start to this drive for the Cardinals.
Right, gain of 9 for Iwanaga. Iwanaga, 4 carries, 13 yards. Second and 1 at the 44. First down on the carry.
Nice job. It's number 45.
Alex Lahamadou on the carry.
First down.
Gets 7.
Good start.
Stopped by number 24, Jacob Brunner.
Really good start here to this drive.
Cardinal now in Tiger territory. They're at the 49-yard line. I'm sorry, the 47-yard line.
Cardinals, little adjustment here. They're a little tighter on the line, Dave. Looks like a kind of a
Right.
jumbo package.
Right, their
Instead of
splits
3 or
are
4.
smaller.
Yeah, instead of 3 or 4 receivers, they've tightened it up. Maybe just going to try to power it down the field against Newberg here.
Cutback move on that carry. Alex Lamadou on the carry, and he gets 3. Cardinal moving the ball.
Yes, this is a good start here. And 2 receivers this way. Again,
Sealy Roberts wide to the left. In the slot left. Snap to Wacker. Hands it off to Lahamadou. Turns the corner. get some momentum forward. Picks up 5.
And a big adjustment here by the Cardinals on this drive. Really committing to an extra offensive lineman, one less receiver. Trying to see if they can make something happen just by pounding it.
3rd down and about 3. Lamadou's got 15 yards on his last 3 carries.
Here, extra back in the backfield.
Hands off Emmett Togney. Togney on the carry, and Togney has the first down.
Togney gets the first down.
Gain of 6 for Emmett Togney.
Stopped by number 40, Indra.
Togney 2 carries, 7 yards. And that's the horn. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Kind of snuck up on me there. I didn't look over.
Did. A lot of run plays in that quarter. Went quickly.
Our score here at the end of 3.
Right, Newberg Nation.
It is Newberg.
It's the 4th quarter.
19.
You know what that means, everybody, right now.
Lincoln, nothing. One of our great sponsors is Bio Lounge. It's a functional medical clinic aimed at identifying root causes of imbalance and dysfunction to restore optimal health. They specialize in gut health, hormone therapy, metabolism, and chronic disease reversal. They believe your health potential is limitless. Learn more at bioloungepdx.com. All right, we'll switch sides now. Cardinal will move from our right to our left. Cardinal in white, red numerals. Newberg in blue, white numerals. 1st and 10 at the 33. Wacker wants to throw, throws on the outside. Sealy Roberts out there, caught the ball. Sealy Roberts down to the 4.
That's what we're talking about. That's the big play.
29 yards on the pass completion from Carson Wacker to Moroni Sealy Roberts.
Really well done there. Well thrown ball. Roberts high pointed it. Got it at the top of his jump.
There's what the Cardinal been looking for. Sealy Roberts 29 yards on the completion. His other 2 completions, 0 yards and -1. That time he ripped it off for 29. He's just a big, tall, powerful kid. Cuts back inside. Togney, he's going to be in the end zone. 4-yard touchdown run for Emmett Togney.
Emmett Togney, number 5 for a
Big
4-yard
play.
touchdown.
Just what we were talking about in the break. Just needing a big play. Sealy Roberts makes the play on a great throw by Wacker, and then they get the finishing touches. Their first touchdown of the year for the Lincoln Cardinals.
Exactly, first touchdown.
Yeah.
11-19 of the 4th. Cardinal going to go for 2, I'm sure.
Let's see here.
Don't you think?
No, they're not. You have your little chart out there. They've got
Rickard going to be the kicker. Lance Rickard. Snap, down, up, kick, line drive right through.
Lance
Gets you
Ricker's
to
kick is
12.
good for a score of 7. Newberg 19, Lincoln 7.
Nice drive all around there. Came out with a commitment to run the ball. Got the single coverage on the long play to Sealy Roberts, and then finished it with Togney with a great little kind of just finding a hole. Ran one way, there was nothing. Stopped on a dime and turned it back up the middle and got him their first one.
Great jump cut. He stopped, jumped back to the left, and walked into the end zone. Good drive. Cardinals' first points of the year. They're happy to do that. Let's see if they can build on that.
Greatest jump cutter of all time, Barry Sanders?
Barry
What do you think?
Sanders.
What do you think? Got to be Barry Sanders. It's got to be.
Stop on a dime and completely jump to the other direction. Him and Jim Brown.
2 great ones right there.
You know, and of course Sanders, the Lion. Uniforms look sort of like the Lions. Sanders could have played 3 or 4 more years.
Yes. Yes, a couple of guys have done that. You know, Calvin Johnson, another Lion.
Right, you're right.
Retires. Old Megatron was his nickname. And so hopefully, you know, you'd love to see the Lions become a better squad just for the good of the NFL. City of Detroit.
Ricker set to kick off. 19-7, Newberg leads. The kick away. That's a good kick. Sends Newberg all the way back to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, out to the 47. On the return, Eddie Buck fielded at the 5, out to the 47, 42 yards on that return. Eddie Buck.
Looks like the Newberg bench was looking for a horse collar there. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Obviously down on the field, a lot closer than we are up here.
Got to be careful. You know, referees call that when you get out onto the field, the bench players.
Yeah, they've got it all painted now, these fancy fields here, Dave. They've got the little box for them and everything. Can't figure that one out. I'm not sure.
There's a penalty. Personal foul on Lincoln.
Yeah, they're going to call that. They're going to call that on the tackle, the horse collar. So
that's what they were clamoring for on the sideline. Horse collar tackle, and they'll move that ball 15 yards.
Yeah, it didn't look like the flag went down right away, but again, the bench blocking us a little bit.
Right, the bench was blocking us. Yep, 15 yards. Great return for Eddie Buck, and it brings the ball now down to the Lincoln 38.
Well, Lincoln defense needs to hunker down here, get a stop, build on that offensive momentum. On the other hand, Newberg trying to put this thing away.
On the inside carry that time, Hevron.
Oh, coming out with the ball.
Lincoln says they have the ball. Referees haven't signaled that. Moroni Seeley Roberts has the ball and was jumping up and down, but
worth a shot. Worth a shot there.
3 yards on the carry for Hevron.
It's like in my older days when I'd airball a free throw at City League games. I was always looking for the wind, the guy that turned the air conditioner on right when I was shooting to affect that. You gotta have something.
Davis on the carry, smashes forward, gets about 6 yards after the carry.
Hudson Davis on the
yards
carry.
after contact, the yak stat is big for big old number 44.
When things go wrong, the first thing you do is look at the equipment.
Yep. Or
There's something wrong with the ball.
Start rubbing your elbow
Right.
or your hand or your knee or something.
You know, like when you strike out, you look at the bat, like something wrong with the bat. First and 10 from the 28. The pitch on the outside. Hevron turns the corner. Inside the 10. Well, no, I'm sorry. Inside the 15. All right, what's going on here?
I don't know. Probably a penalty or injured player on the far side of the field for Lincoln. Injured player, so timeout.
13 yards on the carry by Hevron. First down. Cardinal player down. Might just be a cramp. Well, we got a break in the action. The Kelly Manning State Farm Agency wishes the Cardinals the best in the 2022 season. For help with your insurance or financial services, visit Kelly at kellymanninginsurance.com or stop by her office. It's located on Hall Boulevard next to Washington Square.
Still cramp, I think, is the thing. We've got a trainer out there. Not able to tell who it is. An update from football. St. John Bosco now 49-0 over Central Catholic. That's fourth quarter now. Mountainside, Barlow tightening up 21-14 Mountainside. Sprague 28-14 over Beaverton. Cleveland Hasn't been updated. That's still a second quarter score, so I'm not sure if it's changed. Right now, they still got it listed as 10-3 Cleveland. And another PIL score, third quarter, Southridge beating Grant 7-0.
Well, that's just a surprise. I don't know what's going on with Grant. Lost last week, down this week. Here we go. First and 10. The ball is actually at the 15. That was a 13-yard pickup. 9:30 left to go. The handoff straight ahead, down to the 5.
Clock going to be a factor here soon.
Davis on the carry. Davis now at 140 yards rushing.
Solid night for sure for Hudson Davis.
A lot of carries, a lot of yards. Cole Thomas comes back from the sideline talking to Coach Johnson, heads back out on the field, got the play ready to go. 2nd and 5 from the 10. Davis tries to get to the outside that time, went inside, bumped to the outside, tried to get around the end.
Davis on the carry again.
Picked up 5, down to the 5.
They're on the short side of the field. A lot of room coming back this way. You know, those high school hash marks so wide.
Right.
You know, you get on the short side, and then you get on that long side. They can do different things going either way. It's just funny. You see, you go to an NFL stadium, and they're so narrow. You know, they're a good 5-7 yards inside.
3rd and 1 from the 6. Davis straight ahead, stood up at the line of scrimmage. Be close. Be close whether they got the first down or not.
Nobody's signaling anything. Both guys have their hand up for 4th down.
Right. He's short.
Hudson Davis on the carry. Just short.
So it's 4th and 1.
4th and less than a yard.
Davis coming out too, walking over here.
Right, Davis not on the field, comes off.
So now you're probably thinking number 22 or 23, Evron or Williams. Okay.
All right, a flag down.
Flag on the field.
Probably false start on Lincoln. False start on Newberg.
Decision time now for the Tigers.
So it'll back it up 5, and now instead of being 4th and just a few inches, it's 4th and 5.
Field goal unit out. So good stop there by the Cardinals. Kept them off the touchdown.
Right, field goal unit on the field. Last time they did this, they faked it. Number 4, that is Kai Clark. The holder is number 2, Ian Thomas. Snap down. The kick is up. And it is good.
The kick is good.
Yeah, that was well executed there. Really well executed.
Field goal.
22-7.
Makes it 22-7.
22-7. Tigers over the Cardinals.
The time on that, 6:51.
Again, still 2 scores, an 8 and a 7. You're going to have to go for 2 at least one time.
Right. Still can do this with 2 touchdowns, but one of the extra points has to be a 2-pointer. That'll get you to 22-22.
Much better performance in the second half by the Cardinals. Coming out, touchdown on the one drive.
All right,
decent job defensively.
Tigers set to kick off.
If you have to make a rally. This is definitely the direction you want to be going. You got the wind at your back going this way. You're going to have to get a big play again down the field. Maybe Wacker and Seeley Roberts can connect again.
Bell and Iwanaga back for the kick.
Tommy Pempel, Dylan Iwanaga back to receive. Here comes the kick.
Squibber hits a guy, and it's Newberg football.
Oh my goodness. Was that an intentional squib kick?
I think it was an intentional squib, but I don't think it was an intentional hit the guy and bounce right back to the kicker, which I think it did. I think it came right back to Kai Clark.
Right.
And he is now the hero, getting a lot of congratulations over there on the sideline. Or maybe it was number 28. It looks like he's getting a little congratulations too.
Newberg now has the ball on their own 46-yard line. Great field position.
And
I think you're right. I think it was 28.
Yeah, he recovered. I don't know if he was the case. It was so hard to tell. Again, it's tough to see.
28 is their kicker, Ethan Johnson.
Yeah, the long kicker, I assume there, right?
Yeah. Nice defensive penetration that time. Moroni Seeley Roberts, and he stops 31. That's Hilton.
Walker Hilton
in the backfield.
Number 1.
Loses 3.
Clock is definitely your enemy now. If you're Lincoln, you're going to have to think about trying to get stops here. You've got 3 timeouts. You might have to use those, but you just need a stop here. There's no, you need a 3 and out. There's no other option. Too much time runs off in the high school game.
Oh, there's another false start.
You got to stop the clock.
The outside, or the tight end, Nolan Dykeman.
False start on the Tigers.
Back it up 5 more. Now it'll be 2nd and 13 from the 43. Well, no more. It's more than that. It's 19. 2nd and 19. Ball on the 37. Wind's picked up again. I'm sure you can hear that in our microphones. They turn around the corner on a dive play forward, and that's going to get about 3.
It's number 40 on that one. Is that right? Are we reading that right?
40, Patrick Digga.
Right. Number 40 on the carry that time.
40-yard line.
I'd like to tell you who that is, but I don't have a 40 on my roster.
They announced it over there. I want to say maybe that there's a 33 Patrick Negra that I thought I heard
I think
when
you're
they
right.
announced it. So we'll see if they get another run there.
I think that's it. I think it's Patrick Negra.
Yeah.
Still, it's 3rd and 16 from the 40. Stop, cut back against the grain that time, but only picked up about 3.
You're going to have to think about timeouts here.
So Cardinals hold.
Bets the ball 3 yards.
That is Negra on those carries.
As I predicted there, Dave, timeout. Lincoln, stop the clock, prevent another 30 seconds from running off.
So timeout on the field. Our score, Newberg 22, Lincoln 7. Contract Flooring and Interiors. They've been around since 2003, and they have a commitment to their commitment to sustainability extends beyond just their business practices. They're driven to create high standards of quality in both commercial flooring and interior products. They deliver maintenance, style, and sustainability at your feet. Call Brian Donahue at 503-525-3515 or go to cfni.com. Right, we're set punt formation. High snap, kicks into the wind, gets a good kick away. Bounces at the 30, now coming back.
Oh boy, leave it alone.
And down at the 31-yard line. 31-yard line where the Cardinal will start on offense. They're down by 15, 22-7, 4:28 left to go in this game.
Well, big drive here. Needs to be quick and efficient.
Exactly.
You're probably going to have to throw it. You don't probably have enough time with 4:28 to go to run it. You do have 2 timeouts left. I think Lincoln has to be ultra aggressive here and try to get the ball down the field and get out of bounds to stop clock whenever they can.
Good thing, throw the ball to Moroni Sealy Roberts. Wacker looks that way, throws underneath, incomplete.
Wacker's pass intended for number 1, Sealy Roberts, incomplete.
Wacker 3 of 14 now, 28 yards.
Good route. You had 2 go routes by the inside guys. Roberts kind of played it slow and came across behind them. Was open, just could not connect.
Our coach used to call that a drag route. You just drag behind the receivers and come across the middle. Here we go. Trip receivers to the left, the snap to Wacker. Wacker's going to roll right, throws underneath, complete. Oh, and falls down. Dylan Iwanaga with the catch falls down.
Again,
Wacker's pass.
tough break there. Again, Newberg in a blitzing, got through situation. Nice little play called there, but unable to get a break there. Just fell down on that catch.
Iwanaga's first catch of the night. Pempel has 1, Iwanaga has 1, and Sealy Roberts has 3.
Again, clock the enemy now for the Cardinals.
3rd and 9 from the 32. Got to have a big play. Snap. Wacker steps forward, going to throw across the middle. Oh, off the fingertips of Sealy Roberts, and he had the yardage for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down.
Wacker's pass intended for number 1, Sealy Roberts. Gives us a 4th down.
5 of 16 passing now for the Cardinal of the night. 3:39 left to go. If Cardinals wind up having to punt here, I don't think you're going to see any passes. Newberg will keep that ball on the ground.
Yeah, it'll be.
Here we go. 4th and 9. Wacker sacked. Big
Wacker
sack.
by Patrick Negra, number 40.
Patrick Negra on the sack. A loss all the way back. The ball will be spotted, I believe, at the 26. Let's see.
Just about right, Dave. Good eyes there.
Yep, 26. Ball on the 26. First down, Tigers.
And that should just about do it.
Need a turnover.
Definitely. Some sort of scoop and score, strip it.
Cole Thomas, the quarterback, hands off straight into the middle of the line. A gain of maybe 3. Ball down to the 23.
Jacob Rammer with 3 yards.
2nd and 7. Clock running. 3:02. Double tight end formation. Motion. Hand off. Bounces to the outside.
Cut back.
Oh my goodness, all the way down to the 10. That'll be a first down.
Jacob Brammer for a first down.
Jacob Brammer on the carry.
Clock stops here to move the chains, but then it's going to roll. And
Brammer, his first carry of the night, gets 13. And a first down, 1st and 10. Ball up to 12. Clock running, 2:17 left to go. Inside, oh, great tackle inside that time by the Cardinal.
Patrick Negra, tackled by
Negra on the carry.
Camden Shelby, 27.
Cameron Snebley, on the tackle. It's a gain of 2, 2nd down and 2. 2nd down and 8. Trying to watch too many things here at once. Watch the clock, watch the play,
it's
watch
getting
the
that
down
time.
marker.
Yeah. Again, it's
2nd and 8, 1:25 left to go in the game. They can get a first down without scoring, get a first down at the 2. To throw on the outside, the fade pattern, oh, incomplete. I'm surprised.
That's a little bit of a surprise there.
Now the clock stopped.
JP,
Working through your playbook a little bit there.
Wow.
3rd down.
I thought for sure they'd run some more time off the clock. They
Run-
threw a
run
pass,
it
a
out,
fade
huh?
pattern, incomplete, 0-4 passing for Cole Thomas. But now there's a 3rd down and 8 with 1:13 on the clock.
You got a lot of guys getting some minutes out there too, so give them a chance to play.
Split back formation. Straight ahead on a dive play. Hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Great tackle that time
Jacob
for the
Brammer,
Cardinal, Lane
tackled
Cadell.
by Lane Goodall.
Lane Goodell's with the stop. And now it's 3rd and 8. Clock still running, 52 seconds.
Again,
Actually, it's 4th down. 4th down. And another field goal attempt. This is Kai Clark. This will be a 28-yarder. The snap down, the kick, it is up, and it is good.
Kai Clark's kick is good.
2nd field goal of the game for Kai Clark. 25-9. 28 yards now. 24-yarder for Clark, 28-yarder for Clark.
Lincoln 7.
And that coming with 27.9 seconds left to go.
Yeah, just not enough stops, and besides the one good drive, just not enough consistency on offense. But I think some definite improvements for the Cardinals from week 1 to week 2.
In the second half here, the Tigers have outscored the Cardinal 16-7. I'm sorry, 19-7. Kickoff coming with 27 seconds left to go. The kicker, 28, Ethan Johnson. Back deep for the Cardinal, Dylan Iwanaga. There's the kick, short kick, bounces at the 30.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Bounces at the 30, stays in bounds. Tigers recover it, flag on the play.
Was there any kind of fair catch there? It's the same as an onside kick there.
I didn't see if the receiver stuck his hand up for a fair catch.
Yeah, and again,
Personal foul. Lincoln.
So after the play, a frustration personal foul there.
It's like a personal foul against Lincoln.
Personal foul on Lincoln.
So again, that's tough there. That's two kickoffs there that went back to the Tigers.
You got to at least fall on the ball.
Yeah, can't just let that
It
one
went
go.
to 10 yards, and the
yeah, that's just like an onside kick, just farther down the field.
right. Tack on the penalty, and it takes the ball all the way down to the 15.
Probably, I would assume, take a knee here.
Still 27 seconds up on the clock. Let's see if that's what Newberg does, is just kneel down on this one. They're in the victory formation. You have a tailback deep in case there's a fumble or anything. They kneel down. Cole Thomas kneels down. Clock's running. 25-7 is our score. And everybody's heading off the field. That's going to be the final score. Clock at 10. Newberg going to go to 2-0. Cardinal going to go to 0-2. There's the horn. That's in the game. Our final score here at Newberg High School. It's the Newberg Tigers 25, the Lincoln Cardinals 7. It was 6-0 at the end of one. Neither team scored in the second. That made it 6-0 at halftime. 13 points in the third quarter for the Tigers, and then another 6 points in the final quarter. That's their 25. Lincoln with 7 points in the fourth quarter for the 25-7. In the second half, our scoring, third quarter, Tigers got on the board first, a 2-yard run by Hudson Davis at 6:24, and then another 10-yard run by Davis at 2:58. The point after touchdown in the second was good. That's where we are with 19-0. In the fourth quarter, Cardinal got on the board, 11-19, a 5-yard run from Emmett Togney. The point after touchdown was good. It was 19-7. Then two late field goals. One was 6:51 to go in the game, a 24-yarder by Kai Clark, and at 27 seconds to go in the game, a 28-yarder by Kai Clark, and that made our final score 25-7. Kurt?
Well, again, a lack of consistency in the throwing game hurt Lincoln early, and then in the second half when they established the run game, it just a little too late for the Cardinals. Newberg was the more consistent team. Hudson Davis, I think, MVP, 140-plus yards. And, again, an improvement from last week for the Cardinals, but still probably Coach Caruso is going to want to continue to work on some things in this upcoming week for their next game on Friday.
All right, my vote for player of the game goes to Hudson Davis. Over 140 yards rushing, 2 TDs, and a lot of that yardage was after contact. So big game for Hudson Davis and a win for Newberg. They now are 2-0, and they have 2 wins over PIL teams.
Yep. Good start for Coach Johnson and the Newberg Tigers. New field, new facilities, kind of a hope and optimism around here. You could kind of feel like they're trying to build something this year for the future. You know, I know you talked to you before the game about getting over 100 players out this year. That was a big deal for their program. So, you know, high school sports is so much more about the little things than the big, you know, we see the score and we think about those things, but behind the scenes, a lot of young men and women are getting opportunities to compete, be a part of a team, be great teammates, and try to have some success, not just on the scoreboard, but in life.
The Tigers will be at home next week. They'll play Aloha, and Lincoln will be what they're considering home, Wells High School, and they'll take on McDaniel in an attempt to get back on the winning side. All right, got a bunch of people we want to thank. Newberg High School for their hospitality. Want to thank both head coaches, Jeremy Johnson, the head coach at Newberg, and Matt Caruso, the head coach at Lincoln, for their help with rosters and lineups and giving us some information before we start the game. I want to thank the people up here in the broadcast booth, the Newberg people, the PA announcer, the clock manager, helping us out with some of our things. Our crew tonight, up on the roof above the top of us, is our producer and cameraman, Ryan Johnson. Our engineer tonight, our director is Steve Roberts, our engineer, Alva Myers. My broadcast partner is Kurt Guelsdorf. Kurt, I'll give you a final comment.
I think, again, early in the season, both teams came in looking for something. I think, unfortunately for Lincoln, the scoreboard didn't work out tonight. We weren't able to put consistent drives together. And Newberg, again, comes out on top in front of a big home crowd. I think both teams looking ahead to next week. One more non-league game before they get it rolling.
All right, want to thank our sponsors tonight, Wacker Remodel, Sports Car Market Magazine, Jennifer Odell Sample from Oregon Real Estate, the Jerry Wilson Group, Bio Lounge, Kelly Manning State Farm Insurance, Contract Flooring and Interiors, and Friendly House. Thanks for their support. They help make all of these games possible. Again, we're Oregon Sports Beat. You can go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com, look where we're at. And we have our calendar up for September. We have a number of games, 11 games all month, to bring you next week. Tuesday night at the gym at Central Catholic for the Rams and the Clackamas Cavaliers. Wednesday night, Delta Park. It'll be girls soccer. It'll be Central Catholic and Aloha. Next Friday night, Kurt and I will be back with Lincoln football. And again, that game is at Wells, and it'll be against McDaniel. So I hope you enjoyed all of this tonight. I'm Dave Hall. Our final score from Newberg High School. It is the Newberg Tigers 25, the Lincoln Cardinal 7. Good night, everybody.